Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully you can see me. Let's start all the other stuff I have to start. Here you go. Was one. Alright, that should work. And let's go for the rest. That should be working. Did I miss one? Okay, let's do this one. Hello, hello, hello. I forgot an important part. Sorry if you type something, I cannot see you right now. That should be it. Come on. And this one. Okay, so hopefully you can all hear me and see me if you're watching this. It's way out of my regular streaming hour. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, tells you a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, hopefully you can see me properly. Whoa. Let's see, did that adjust? That got kind of adjusted. Alright, so I'm going to maybe put this over here rather than to the other side. I prefer it this way so it's easier for me to move around. So you can see I have my hand with a bunch of pen ink on it, because I was finishing up the previous sketch. I didn't have a chance to do it earlier, so I had to do it after I finished my day. So last time, if you see my short reels, I made this little fellow right here. I believe his name is Marley. Let me see. I'm going to that should be okay. What do you mean? What do you mean? I said go live. Yeah. I said go live. This app plays a trick on me every now and then. Don't say always. Some life. Alright, okay, cool. I thought it wasn't. Okay, how about the other ones? Is this one okay? Yeah, that one's okay. And let's check this one. So, yeah, all in all, working. So you can see me on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, what's the other one? Facebook, I'm, I'm too tired to remember which one I was talking about. So as I was mentioning, I did this drawing. In this occasion, I finished it recently, but I did most of it yesterday. Uh, so yeah, his name I believe is Marley. Um, I hope you like it. If you see my reel, um, but yeah. Anyway, I couldn't think of something quick to draw, so I I'm going to draw this guy right here that I downloaded. I'm trying to figure out ways in which I can mix the realistic things I can do with my drawings from imagination, because I feel that when I draw some, it depends on how I am where I'm at mentally. Sometimes it can fall short, and I'm trying to figure out if it's something related to my frame of mind, or if it's like, I don't know, skill issue of sorts. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Anyhow, so if you normally see my streams, you might be familiar with this, but if you're not, and this is the first time you, for whatever reason, you ended up on my stream, I try to draw with a pen, at least lately, and I also use highlighters, glow in the dark highlighters. So let's see. I also filmed them so I can make short videos. So let's just do this first shot. Yeah, must be boring and random to see me do this kind of thing, but yeah, this is legitimately me drawing with a freaking pen. So uh, alright, so I have two shots there. Probably do a third once I'm happy with the framing of the drawing, which is the first thing I try to do. That's why you see me do like small markings on the page, because I'm trying to figure out how to frame the character. One of the things that may be affecting what I was saying about being able to add enough to the drawings I do from imagination is having already a theme. If you have a theme, this is not. I don't know how familiar my audience is to the world of illustration. Maybe some of you casually. Hi, Stephanie. Maybe some of you casually draw every now and then, or you're learning, you're starting. But a huge part of illustration is research. So, whatever subject you're gonna do, it's really good to research the subject matter. Doesn't matter where it is. Um, because that's what actually feeds the art, um, if it makes sense. Uh, so I guess maybe what I'm failing at is having kind of the subject matter before, like thinking of a subject matter and working around it. And I guess also, like for example, I know that tattoo artists uh, kind of do this thing where they have all this, they schedule their appointments, and depending on how they're doing in a bunch of different subjects, they may cancel on you or not. Because the thing with, I'm not I'm not condoning that, because it could it could it could be either way. It could go either way. Um, but the idea is that because you're trying to perform at a really high level, um, you need to be on the right frame of mind, and there's something to be said about it. As I said, I don't know if I vouch completely for it, because sometimes if you schedule with someone an appointment, the other person, like, uh, let them know in advance, because maybe they allocated time, and I don't know, have to do a bunch of stuff in order to get to the appointment. So that's an important thing. Uh, but yeah, what was I saying? uh, well, the thing about rescheduling uh, appointments, tattoo appointments. So yeah, apparently, like if they feel they're not at their best, they might reschedule the appointment, because yeah, you don't want to mess up somebody's skin just because. Let me see something, guys. I have to be careful at this part, because it's easy to lose track of what you're doing. Yeah, I should have measured, and I didn't. I don't know how much time I'm going to do this stream, but we'll see. Let's see how long I go. Hopefully, I am positioned the eye wrong, or did I? So yeah, there's something to be said about that. Also, like for example, when what I was saying earlier, for example, if somebody's gonna fight or go on like excuse me do like a team sport. I don't know, baseball, basketball, football. A huge part of any sport is uh, being at your peak as much as possible. Oh yeah, the this picture, uh, it's also like this is what the heck is going on? This is the first time I use this. Oh, this is some AI stuff. Oh no, this is where we live now. It has. This is probably. Did I just fed this thing to an AI? Hopefully not. This picture was by. It doesn't say. Uriel Soberanes. Uriel Soberanes is what it says on the picture. So shout out to that photographer or creator, however you want to call it. I don't know if I'm. We'll see if I did it justice or not. Right now, it doesn't feel like it did. Maybe it did. It's hard to tell sometimes. This type of images can be kind of confusing because a lot of the volume that you actually get to see it gets a little bit hidden, so you can be surprised that let's see, like I know this looks cartoony. If you can see it, but it looks a little bit cartoony. Oh, what? Yeah, exit full screen. Okay, there you go. Got it back. Alright, so yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm getting at is I'm trying to figure out first some form of balance because I was talking about like tattoo artists and when they cancel their appointments and like how it affects like how the way you feel can affect performance or the way your body is at the moment. Having said this, I know that also a reality like for example a boxer or a UFC fighter and somebody that does like combative sports, they it's not uncommon for them to fight like not at their 100%. They usually fight whatever state they can get their selves to the time they have to fight. Sometimes they get cold uh, like really quickly, like one day to the next or a few days before, which I can only imagine that it's really affects your flow and can definitely affect the result of a fight or a match. it can. But the thing is, like for example, if it's a team sport, maybe sometimes it happens. If it's like a, I don't know, like certain leagues might have some issues with that. But ideally, and as far as I know, when it's like um, a tournament or that sort of thing, those dates are worked out in advance. why, why are we talking about performance? Oh, because I was talking earlier before you joined the stream. Um I'm trying to figure out if sometimes I feel that some of my drawings are lacking certain things. Not this type of thing. Like I can do this all day. Um, I mean, like my drawings from imagination. Sometimes, depending on the state of mind I have, sometimes I can to the same idea I was talking about yesterday. I can get into a flow state, which I can. All right, I'm going to town on this drawing. Versus sometimes that I feel like, oh, this is freaking garbage, and uh, I'm trying to figure out if it can be just a state of mind thing or if it's me being tired. But at the same time, I know that I've been working tired my entire career, so that's the argument I'm trying to make. Like for example, what I was saying about the boxer versus a tattoo artist that might cancel an appointment, which I also understand. Like I'm not. That's kind of where I'm at. No, it's hard for me to explain. I don't want it to be perfect. The perfection is an illusion and a trap in it of itself. What I'm trying to get to is how sort of like leveling up my own artwork, uh, optimize what I can, get better at the things I feel like I can get better at, that sort of thing. Uh, nothing related to perfection. It's just like when I was a kid, I used to practice martial arts, and a key thing for any martial art is repetition, because you build it into your muscle memory. So you repeat, and if you are efficient with the process, yeah, yeah, it could be like make it so. I was talking about like the flow state. A tricky thing to do is to, whenever you're doing uh, something like this, is you basically have to kind of disconnect yourself from who you are. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like when you're doing the art, you're not 100% yourself. You're yourself. You're the pencil. You're the paper. You're the task. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm trying to get to. So it's more about using your potential. That might be the the idea. Yeah. So there's this golfer, like a magnificent golfer. I don't remember his name. He got into a bunch of trouble for anyway, uh, like a bunch of reasons, but he got into trouble beyond whatever his personal life was in the sport that he was the best. Yeah, Tiger Woods. He like yeah, he did a bunch of stupid things, but on his professional thing, he was like the best. The same with Michael Phelps. And I don't think the people that perform at that level are the best just because, oh, I'm the best. No, it's what I'm saying. Like, you have to sort of become the task before you, and you're nothing exists other than the task. Um, it's a little bit philosophical, but yeah, I've been studying this for a long time. It's not like a just off the cuff thought. So I've been trying to figure out ways in which I can tap into my potential more rather than just like sometimes. Yeah, that's I got to the point. Like, and it takes time for me to get to the point, but if we're talking about a pool, this is the pool from the side, and you're diving in, there, like look at my stick figure drawing. So you're diving in, Mr. Miyagi. So you're diving in to a pool, and this is your potential. Sometimes, if you don't get deeply enough into your flow state, you can get like to here. But if you somehow uh, forget that you're doing what you're doing and just do the thing that you're doing, you can sometimes like get to here, and it depends on the thing. You might get deeper into your potential, uh, but what I was talking about the other day was that sometimes you kind of something comes along and I don't know, somebody rings a bell at your house, and then you get out of the you're pulled out of that pool. Yeah. So, and sometimes you do it to yourself. You think the wrong thing, and you pull yourself out of that state. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out ways in which you can do that consistently. Uh, Maybe that's some form of self hypnosis or something. I don't know. Like the past doesn't exist, nor the future, just the present. Yeah. Yeah, yoga. I've done like a few exercises, but I don't know much about yoga. Breathing, I do. Meditation, I used to do. Sometimes I do it, but Yeah, I haven't dedicated specific time to that. Exercise helps with the frame of mind a lot. Like you can clear out if you have like a terrible, I don't know, you're thinking about terrible things for whatever reason, something awful happened, or you saw terrible news. If you do exercise, it breaks you out of that state of mind completely. But the thing is, to do this kind of thing, I cannot. I tried it. I tried it to do it like heavy exercise to the point that I was exhausted, and my performance suffered because, of course, like my muscles were all sore and tired, and so yeah, I guess it could be breathing meditation and I don't know. Yeah, probably meditation and breathing can do the trick. Also, I don't know if you've heard or watch. I watch a lot of podcasts, but cold water helps a lot to clear your mind. And it also makes you get a lot of it's not, I don't know if it's endorphin or dopamine into your body. So it has a really good effect psychologically, and it could last like a day. So yeah, I thought it was BS, and I tried it and it actually works. So yeah, just a nugget of information. um yeah, the Winhoff method, I think, is the original person that figured that out, like, or at least made like a protocol that you can follow and that sort of thing. It's a dude that I think is from Iceland or something, and you can see him like sitting in the snow meditating. Maybe I'll try it in the summer. Yeah, of course I was doing it with like the contrast of like it wasn't. Actually, I did it during winter, but winter here is it's not as rough. Having said this, the dude that I'm talking about, he's from Iceland, so it's like I don't think they have summer like we do. So yeah. Alright, just put this on. Okay. So yeah, the cold water, you don't have to do like they I've seen a bunch of people that do like a full getting into the cold water. You don't necessarily need to do that. You can do just your face, like just I don't. I think it's like 30 seconds, and it can help you uh, like shake whatever you have in your mind off, and it gives you that jolt that we all know from cold water. It's like I think it's an instinctual thing that you're trying to survive, so your whole body reacts to it and like releases a bunch of hormones that are healthy for you. So you're basically forcing your body to feel better in a way. Uh, yeah, and it has a bunch of other things, but it can be a little bit. controversial in some aspects apparently, like for high performance athletes. Having said that, for regular people, I would 100% recommend it, um, because I tried it myself and it actually helped me. And I do it every now and then. Like if I'm feeling that something's not working, I just turn that water into as much cold I can get, and I even tried it with ice. Um, yeah, and I did it over the the winter. We went to for like a week or so, or 2 weeks, I think. We went to Ushuaia. I actually made a bunch of videos about it, um, and I did get a cold shower when I was there. There a few times. Um, yeah, it's rough. It was also on. Oh, you watched one of the videos? Yeah. It I wasn't. It wasn't like outside. It was like where we were staying. I just turned the. I think it was what the actual water is there when it's not heated, and it was like you took it out from the fridge and just throw it. It it was rough, but I can see how it you feel better after. I know people reject it. That's the first reaction we all get. Like hell no. Yeah, that's crazy. But it's apparently it's like a thing on those like really cold winters and really cold countries. Apparently in Iceland they do it for like they take babies and they put them outside for a little bit so they start to get accustomed to the weather there, and it apparently it helps them develop a better um, defenses. Defenses. I don't know. They can defend themselves better to diseases. Disease. Ugh, words are hard. Anyhow, immune system. Thank you. Yeah, the immune system. Actually, I didn't do that that bad of a job. I thought I was off. Thing, as I mentioned, is that sometimes you measure things and oh, I'm off. This is completely off. And once you start shading it, it's like oh, it actually kind of looks like what I was trying to do. So yeah, uh, how do you tap into your potential as much as you can? I'm trying to figure that out. Sometimes, as I mentioned, sometimes I feel I'm able to, uh, or at least partially, but I also can feel as if maybe I'm like, come on, don't hold off. You can do better than this. That sort of thing. I guess that's the part of me that's really competitive. Might not look like it, but I'm competitive. Always want to be better at what I'm doing. But like for the most part, I compete against myself. I'm trying to uh, up my last game or whatever you wanna call it. So yeah, and because keep it keep it simple. So yeah, yeah. That also might seem like a bit of a joke, but it's 100% true. Like, oftentimes, like I was thinking today, I was doing some other stuff, and I was thinking there's a Kevin Costner movie. It's kind of old. I think it was Kevin Costner. The Come on, this song is so freaking. I have to delete it. Um, Kevin Costner made a movie about golf. Uh, so he was like a really excellent golfer, and I don't remember the reason he got out of the that life or that like cycle, because it's like a club, and it requires a bunch of stuff. So on the movie, uh, spoilers. Think Up, exactly. That movie is excellent. I don't know how you. Well, you maybe you Google it. I don't know, but that movie is so good. What I was remembering today is that there's a scene where the lady wants to get like classes for golf. I think her husband wanted to give her classes. Yeah, uh, and well, you know the scene that I'm talking about. But for whoever's watching, it's a scene where she wants to get a class about how to golf, and she goes to the dude, to the main character, Kevin Costner, with a bunch of nonsense. Like it was like a hat with a visor that apparently lets you uh, gauge the proper hit to the ball, and the Cubs were all crazy looking, and he was like, "You don't need any of it. You need any of that." So it's that thing of like you don't need to make it super complicated. The simpler you make it, the easier it is to digest and to figure out. Um, I think it's also because we can also only process that much information, and it's we can get overwhelmed, and and then you don't learn anything if you overcomplicate things, which I think we all do at some point. Yeah. uh, that has been kind of me figuring out my own abilities. Like my wife and I watch a channel from a dude that does like climbing. She was the one who find that channel. Uh, he's a dude from Iceland, and what I found interesting is that he used to compete like speed runs, climbing, which I didn't even know it was a thing, but it looks like really fun to try. Uh, on a controlled environment, um, I wouldn't wanna do like free climbing or any of that for sure. Um, but I find it interesting that he used to do that. But the thing is, what I was trying to get to is that it's easy to see that it doesn't matter if you're out of a sport or not, you still have that kind of that competitive edge that you, it's like an itch that you have to scratch. And he's like, his channel, he's usually like trying to do different challenges, and I don't know, like one of the recent ones we saw, he went like to the French, I don't remember how to say that. Alliance, Alianza Francesa. No, it's not. The foreign. It's like a special force thing that anybody could join. Doesn't matter your nationality or whatever. If you're in, you're in, and that's it. So he did like the challenge of what they do to get in, and it was freaking grueling. Of course, he did a bunch of stuff like it was no issue for him, um, because he already had like a lot of conditioning. But yeah, I find it interesting that it doesn't matter if you're still competing or not, you still have that sort of uh, edge, and I think whoever has competed in any capacity has a little bit of that. Um, and there's something to be said also, like after, like people used to say, "Oh, now I'm going to retire," and we don't. I don't think we actually work like that. We always need to do something, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I said a bunch of nonsense, but that's what is going through my mind. I have a bunch of monologues inside my mind all the time about different things. I guess now I'm learning to actually talk about them online. Oh, that's cool. Glad uh, you enjoyed it, and your sister. That's nice. That's 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 like the biggest challenge with any portrait, and I mentioned this before. That's kind of the reason I draw animals often, not go for likeness as much because it's less stressful. Going for likeness all the time is just, oh my god, it's so stressful. Probably because I was formed uh, like I did quite a bit of portrait um, training before I studied illustration. So yeah, I have this sort of formal approach to traditional art, and yeah, like I can hear my teachers at the back of my head. They were really cool to me. Uh, I learned so much from them, and yeah, it kind of showed me that the the stuff I did had some form of value, even though I don't know. It sometimes it gets distorted, and you feel like it doesn't. You can feel like it doesn't have value, but it does. Like an unspoken thing is people enjoying the thing you're doing. So yeah, I'm happy that you two were able to enjoy the drawing. Um, yeah. So see, now 52 minutes, and I didn't wanna. I didn't feel like streaming today because I was so tired. But look at that, and I felt the drawing wasn't gonna go my way, and I was able to flip it around. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, I talked about this with my wife. I have this mentality. I don't talk about this much, but uh, my dad is in the military, and well, it's a touchy subject, but he's in the military. I don't know if he watches all the stuff I do, but yeah, sometimes I have this approach to things that is really militaristic. Uh, not, I'm trying to figure out a way to say it, but it's basically that you wake up and you do what you have to do, and whether you want to or you don't want to, you wake up and you do the thing. And if you don't give yourself chance, yeah, I try to be disciplined. Sometimes I slack off, and like I also have, like, my mom is an architect, so I have the other side that is like more artistic, uh, maybe a little bit on the spectrum. I don't know, I don't really know, but um to to convey what I'm saying, the more time I spend on this earth, the more I am convinced that the superpower we can have, the easiest, is just show up and do the thing, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Just show up and do the thing. And it's like, I've heard it a few times from different people. But if you do like 1% each day, like at the end of the year, you did 365%. So you don't have to do 100% each day. So I try to uh, Yeah, don't let the lazy part of you take over. Don't give it chance to take over. Just, oh, I have to do this thing. Okay, just like Davy Goggins, just do it. Just do the thing, and just get up and do it. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Actually, it's always easier said than done, but it does work. Like if you don't let that first instinct to, oh, I'm just gonna lay here and chill for a bit. If you don't let that take over, you'll be surprised of what you are able to do. I know I've surprised myself of the stuff I'm able to do by not letting myself uh, stop and think about like how's it gonna work? How is it? I just go out and do the thing. So yeah, and also my mom is she has that artistic side to her, but it's super hardworking. So I took that also from her. And like she's probably working right now. I wouldn't be surprised if she's working. She she's amazing. So yeah. Uh, they're in different places. My mom is back in my home country, and my dad, I don't know where he is at right now, but it, as I said, it's a bit controversial, and I have my own thoughts about that. But I don't know. Uh, I just wish him well and for things to go well with him. Hello, Taffy. What pen am I using? This is a Filgo Fast Grip 1.0. But this like don't pay much attention to a tool. I like doesn't matter if it's this one. This one I wouldn't use because it's blue, but it can be a paper mate, and you can do the same thing I'm doing. You just need a pen that you like. Uh, that's I like the simplicity of it. You did? Well, that makes sense. We when we're young, we Actually do a lot of hand painting, and it's like a whole thing. Like, there's people that made their careers painting by hand. Um, this jaguar that you can see, um, I don't know if you can see it on the, like if you're watching from the vertical format or the, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I always find it fascinating that felines have this, like when they're like large cats like this one, the bone structure, you can see how they're built different. They're really robust. In the, like, the framing of the head is completely different. Oh, well, cool. Glad you already subscribed. Tell your friends. It's free for them. If they don't want to, they don't have to watch my stuff. But it helps me keep going. Yeah, I do. Not recently because of AI, but yeah, I do know a lot about digital painting as well. Thank you. This random dude on the internet drawing with a pen. Yeah, but thank you. Appreciate it. Trying to figure out if I'm off on the scale, but I think it's okay. Oh, cool. Uh, but something specific anime or broad anime, like any anime? I really got hooked on Jujutsu Kaisen recently because that freaking thing is a masterpiece of animation for sure. Yeah, I'm off here. The sizing is not proper. Oh, One Piece. Yeah, I know One Piece. I did a um what's his name? I forget his name. Um, the main character. I did a drawing of him like the same way. Taffy. Yeah. I was trying to catch up on it because I have a cousin. They used to watch it way back when it came out. Oh, it is cool. Jujutsu Kaisen is incredible. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for watching, Stephanie. Hope to see you next time. And Gojo, I don't know that one. I don't know that one either. I have to Google some of them. But yeah, every now and then I watch anime. I steered away from anime in my style and the way I do certain things, because yeah, they taught us that it's not easy to compete in their environment. They're all in when they're when you get into anime, like an anime artist, they're all in. uh, Recently Jujutsu Kaisen, as I said, but I have, like, when I was in school, I really liked Samurai X. That was awesome. I used to watch a bunch. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was and is a masterpiece in every single way uh, possible. Uh, yeah, really, I got really sad when the creator passed away. Um, Still kind of feels really bad. Um, because yeah, if you're from my generation, you you basically that was kind of part of your teachings growing up. Uh, so you kind of take Goku philosophy and all of them, like their work ethic, um, was incredible. So yeah, growing up, like the having all those positive messages was really really nice, and it was, to a lot of people, it was just a cartoon, but also for a lot of people it was an important part of them growing up. So yeah, Dragon Ball Z has a special place. But yeah, I was a huge Cartoon Network watcher. Also Locomotion, which probably, if you're young, you have no idea what I'm talking about. It was awesome. So that got me in the path of illustration for sure. Watching Locomotion up until 2 a.m. and drawing and watching Cartoon Network, dreaming that someday I could be working in one of those shows or become like this great artist. So yeah, I guess in a way I'm kind of doing a little bit of that, but to a smaller audience, way smaller audience, with my own successes and fallouts. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other anime that I watched over the years. Um, hmm, yeah, like a lot. Some of them are not PG-13. Um, but Cowboy Bebop, it's incredible. I love that anime. Yeah, no worries. Take care now. Bye bye then. Right. Yeah, I know it's not perfect, but I feel better about it. It's probably went offline. Yeah, I was surprised there. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so I'll be probably finishing up the stream, ending the stream soon. So if you enjoy the the video or the stream, consider subscribing. It helps me a bunch. It's completely free for you. It helps me continue to follow my dreams of living off my art. Uh, so yeah, it helps me a bunch. You can see my work on my website if you want to check it out. I have my deck of cards. I have a bunch of artwork that I did that you can purchase on Redbubble if you're into that sort of thing. You can find it on my website. I also try to go live Monday through Friday. If I miss a day, I apologize in advance. I'm probably too tired to stream if that's the case. Um, but yeah, I try to go live and draw. If you want to ask any questions, you can do so during the live streams, or you can reach out to me by contacting me on segronscontact at gmail.com. So yeah, all that is available for you all. I don't have a Patreon, not at the moment. I don't know if a lot of you are interested in stuff I can give out to you and you actually find useful on a Patreon, I can consider it, but I don't know. I would like just to be monetized, and I don't know if you want to buy my artwork, that also is a way to monetize, but yeah, I don't have a huge following, so maybe one day. Who knows? I think this is about the process, not the destination. Okay. Anyhow, right. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like, hit that bell, and all that great stuff. I'll be ending the stream soon. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you next time. I'll be, let me see if I can find my music to end the stream, and see you all next time. Bye.